Well, we've managed to get ourselves in quite the pickle, haven't we? Mini prestige me, mini prestige me. Welcome, mages, to Zimmer's Wizarding World, your Wizarding Night channel, Suburban Twist. Boy, have we had some twists. So, I put out way more videos than I expected to. So the first video is based upon all available information at the time, and then it was released, and then they said our fragments will remain filled in, which was good, and then they promised us that all our fragments were going to roll over to the next page, which sounded great, so I put that video out. But it turns out the truth came somewhere in the middle. So this haircut is sponsored to you by the coronavirus and a Twitter poll that I ran, which was A, do you want me to tame the hair, or B, do something crazy? I got something a little crazy. So thanks to those who voted. Right, so we're going to go through what we were expecting, what we got, what should have happened, how it was supposed to work, and what happens now. Now what happens now has some very new updates come in. But they're not good news. So this video is brought to you from my bedroom because it's cold out there. It's like 11 degrees and the study is busy, obviously, with my wife working. So we are up here. So what we were expecting a rebalance of the pages, of course. And we were expecting, generally, the more severe the foundable, the more rare the foundable, the less of them we need. We were told that our completed fragments would not be lost. Spare fragments will carry over automatically in the event of a prestige, and the ability to reset a completed sticker to get some additional rewards. The mini prestige is what it's called now, or what we're starting to call it. What we actually got was it looked like they accidentally deployed the server side of the update before deploying the new app. This means that the server side doesn't get all the information it wants from the app when it requests something like a prestige, and it all goes horribly wrong. Even after the correct app was deployed, is when I actually started to use it, things did not work as expected. For example, for myself, I had 8 Sweeping Evils before the update, and now I only needed 5 to prestige the page. So I prestiged the page, as all the others were complete on there, and the 2 spare fragments did not carry over. But what did happen was the spare fragments from every other foundable, which I had already completed, they did carry over, so things such as the Hag, but of course they're way more common than Sweeping Evils, so I lost the rare ones and kept the common ones. So the rolling out of the mini prestige feature thingy also caused a lot of confusion, because you had, what's this shiny glowing thing for mini prestige, and my fragments which were opaque are now full and flashing and things, and it was a lot of confusion, of course. No instructions on actually how to deal with this update, as per usual. So people were mini prestiging and resetting their fragment counters, and then prestiging the page, and then none of those carried over, and it was all a horrible mess. So we had a few updates from developers of what should have happened. It seems in my mind that rolling out the mini prestige feature was something they should have done like a couple of months or a few weeks down the line, once we've all prestiged our pages and not been able to make the mistakes of resetting everything. We should have dealt with the changes which were coming and then put further changes in, rather than trying to do it all at once. So the statement from the developers is, Update 2.13 included 2 big features: repeat sticker collection, which is the mini prestige, and an update to fragment counts. We intended for this update to redistribute players' current registry collections and allow them to place images or prestige wherever possible, as well as carry over fragments to the updated page after prestige. But of course, you could prestige the pages and you could prestige the fragments by doing the rollover, so you had like 2 things going on at once there. While releasing the update and standardizing fragment counts, players reported that fragments didn't carry over after the page was prestiged. Instead, fragment counters reset to 0. This wasn't the intended behavior with this change, but we believe updating to 2.13 would reconcile the issue. So yes, they deploy the server side first and not the app side first. Update 2.13 became available in the App Store around 1 PM PDT, and it resolved the issue players saw earlier after prestiging the registry page. Unfortunately, we received reports of a different issue with Update 2.13, where a fragments count restarted at 0 following the placement of its image in the registry. That's me. I think that's my swooping evil problem that I had. We released a fix that took effect at 10 PM PDT, which would prevent the issue from affecting images that are placed in the future. We recognise that there are players who have placed images and experienced this issue before the fix went live. So in summary, it looks like there was a botched release. The app was released but had a bug server-side, and the server-side bug was fixed. Unfortunately for us in the UK, 10 PM PDT is like 5 o'clock in the morning, and the update was rolled out about 7 PM for us. So I saw the initial problems, waited for 2.13, tapped my registry, freaked out, but of course it was near bedtime, so I just ran through it all and then went to sleep and worked out what happened in the morning. So the question is, how is it supposed to work? I only started using it at 2.13 as instructed. So were my 2 swooping evils supposed to carry over? I believe they were, considering that second bug that they mentioned. Second thing was I supposed to be able to accidentally mini prestige or image rollover my fragments away before prestiging the page? Was I supposed to be able to make that mistake? Because that's quite a big decision to make, with no instructions sent out with the update. That seems a bit stupid. And of course we don't know for sure exactly how it's supposed to work, because they still haven't told us exactly how it's supposed to happen. So there's people still hanging around with shimmering fragments saying, mini prestige me, and we don't know what to do because they don't have fragments hiding in the background, and it's a bit of a mess. I have gone through and mini prestiged everything and prestiged the pages where possible, because I'm just fed up with the whole thing, and I don't want to have to worry about how many fragments of this, that and the other I had rolled over, and should I prestige or not. So I just did the lot, and to be fair, it's quite nice playing the game right now because I kind of need everything. Which brings me on to issues with this update. So the problem going forward now, again, falls on suburban and rural players, because when all this pandemic stuff is over, things will go back to normal, and we're going to have our usual energy crisis. The problem is for example, on the Nocturnality page, when I tap a Fandible in the wild, I have no idea whether that Fandible has been mini prestige or not. So I cannot tell if I actually need to get those fragments to prestige the page, or whether I can just let it go if I'm low on energy. So yes, I put in a feature suggestion through the channels that we have to have the green star to show on the fragment count during encounters, but I can't imagine we'll be seeing that for a while because I think they're quite busy pulling their hair out with other things right now. So what's going to happen now going forward? Well, this depends on how much information Niantic have about your registry. Do they know every fragment you've got, when you've got it, and then what happened to it? Hard to say, but given that this piece of information here that was sent, it doesn't sound like we'll be getting those fragments back. So they must have to compensate us some other way. But we'll have to see. Let's say I've been wrong in the past, given the amount of information we get given. So, fingers crossed. So let me know in the comments below how it makes you feel right now. I have gone through, I think, every stage of grief. I was annoyed and despaired and thought about giving up on the game, and now I've come to accept it. And I'm actually quite enjoying catching these fragments, although I have no idea whether I actually need them or not. So follow me on social for information as it comes out. I say always check pinned comments on my videos, because some of them are made really quickly, like that first video about the change, and then subsequent information is put into pinned comments underneath. So yes, don't forget to check those out. So till next time, brush up on your spells, get your ones ready, wizards unite.